Hi, this is a flow that I created for those times where you feel bloated. And bloating is when we feel that the lower abdomen are swollen and maybe there's gas trapped, or maybe you feel discomfort and this sense of feeling really full. So, with yoga, we have so many different ways to support our body in various situations, and today I put together a few asanas, a few movements that are extremely helpful with bloating. I have suffered with bloating a lot in the past and still do occasionally, so these are the practices that I move into and I use in order to get a sense of relief. So usually we might feel bloated after eating really fast, or maybe there is something going on in the gut, like gut dysbiosis or SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And these are conditions that can be changed with proper nutrition and nutritional therapy. But what I've seen is that most of the times bloating is related to stress. And it's really when we're not breathing, when we're not breathing properly and we're not allowing for the nervous system to be in a rest and digest mode, especially when we are eating. So let's go ahead and begin. You're gonna need a few pillows. So I have literally used some pillows here from my sofa. And we're gonna begin with a pose called saddle. So you might need the pillows, you might not need them, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn and sit on our heels, and then we will bring the pillows alongside the spine like this. So if it's uncomfortable for you to sit on your heels, I'm gonna give you an alternative. But before we get into that, I'm gonna show you the original asana. So we sit on our heels, the knees will be separated slightly, the pillows will come close to you to support your lower back. And then you're gonna start to lean back. As you lean back, lengthen the tailbone towards your knees and allow your body to come all the way down and find this little back bend so that the front body really stretches. And it's important to have support underneath your shoulder blades, and of course the neck needs to be supported and long. So it could be that you put blocks underneath the shoulder blades, but build something with your pillows or your blocks to support your back. If you're super flexible, you could come all the way onto your back without having any prop underneath your back. And as you get here, you can bring the arms up and over, just holding onto opposite forearms, and take a moment to close your eyes and to really sink into the shape. So if this position is not appropriate for you, if you have any lower back issues, if you feel already discomfort in the knees, another option is to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees apart, and in the same way come all the way back. So choose your variation and go ahead and sink into your asana of choice. And begin to notice your breathing. And direct this breath towards the front body, towards the lower abdomen where you feel you are bloated. And remember, we are breathing in and out through the nose. But we're gonna take 3 breaths where we exhale from the mouth. So inhale through the nose, send the inhale down into the lower abdomen, and exhale through the mouth with a sigh. And again, inhale through the nose. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Then close your mouth and stay here, breathing in and out through the nose. And allowing this breath to be a very calm breath, not necessarily a deep breath, just a calm, soft breath that allows the nervous system to come into this rest and digest mode, to the parasympathetic state. And notice where in your body you are feeling this pose. Do you feel it in the quadriceps, the abdomen, the heart center? And send your breath there intentionally. And particularly send the breath into the lower abdomen, the stomach. As we're creating space there, we allow for the diaphragm to move in a more gentle way. And for the belly to find some spaciousness. You might feel wind moving around. Whatever it is, just let it be. Try to relax your face, your jaw, and your eyes. So we're going to stay here for about 8 breaths. Really sinking in with each exhale. Notice if there's an urgency to come out of the asana, and of course, if you feel like your body really needs you to back off, and go ahead and come up into a kneeling position. Otherwise, stay here and sink a little further. We have to remember that our brain connects with our gut through the nervous system. The gut is our second brain. It used to be actually our first brain. And so not feeling well in our gut really impacts our mental health. And bloating especially can be really frustrating. It can create a lot of discomfort in the body and in the mind, not feeling well within ourselves. We might feel really irritated, out of sync. So it's really important to tend to that and find a resolution. Last breath here. And slowly release the arms, bring them all the way down onto the ground. Come onto your forearms first, and then come onto your hands, and come all the way up. Bring the knees together, sit in a kneeling position. Just take a breath in through the nose, bring the shoulders to the ears, and exhale as you roll the shoulders back. And then we're gonna move the pillows away and come into an all fours position. And we're gonna come into a few cat and cow stretches here. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale as you lift the tailbone up and the head up, arcing the spine. And exhale as you draw the navel in, roll the tailbone down and round your back, relax your head fully. And we'll come into 10 rounds here. So let's combine breath and movement. Inhale, opening up into cow. Exhale, lengthening the tailbone down, rolling it in and rounding the back. Again, inhale to open. Exhale to round. And here I want you to focus more on the combination of breath and movement. Inhale to open, rather than how the positions look, how the movement looks. It's more for you to feel and connect and move your pelvis and feel your breath. Exhale to round. Rather than being very specific with how the muscles engage. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. This is to find embodiment. This is to feel better in your body. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. Really stretch your back. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. And come in a neutral position, tuck the toes, come all the way back into a downward dog, pressing the floor forward, spread the fingers, claw the mat with your fingertips, relax your neck. Feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to here. And so here we're going to practice what we call Udyanabanda, which is a gathering of the abdomen inwards. And it's not a conscious muscular gathering, it's more a vacuuming sensation that happens in the lower abdomen. So here's how we're going to practice it. We're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale fully. And then at the bottom of the exhale, hold the breath out and just relax the abdomen. And notice how they pull back towards your pelvis, towards the pelvic bone. So it kind of looks like this. Inhale. Let the breath out. So notice here, and I can't speak while I do that, how there's this cave in the pelvis, and so the abdomen pulls in with the exhale. So let's try this a few more times. Inhale, exhale fully, hold the breath out and allow the abdomen to pull backwards. And then relax the abdomen. Take one more breath in. Maybe exhale from the mouth this time. And release. Now walk the feet forward towards your hands. So don't worry if this doesn't make sense. The more you practice, the more you're going to feel it. Keep the feet hip width apart. Fold forwards in Uttanasana. Grab hold of opposite elbows. Here, it's really important that the chest touches the thighs. So if you don't find this point of contact, you need to bend your knees. And don't worry if you need to bend them quite a lot. So we're just, surpassing the hamstrings by bending the knees. The important thing is that the chest comes in contact with the thighs. And if you have the space to lengthen the legs and straighten them, come into the forward fold like this. You could also bring the hands behind the calves and help yourself to fold further. And let's take 5 breaths here. Slow and steady. Two more breaths. So it's important that we hold the poses to receive the benefits. We hold and we breathe to receive the benefits, to
change the movement of prana, of life force, of vital energy. Now, let's release the hands down if they aren't down already. And as you inhale, take a halfway lift. We're gonna come up super slowly because we've been with the head down for quite a lot. Bring the hands onto your hip bones and come all the way up. Reach the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. We're gonna come through 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. So the feet can be together or hip width apart. Inhale to reach the arms up, open the chest. Exhale, fold forwards in Uttanasana. Step your left leg back, bring the knee down. Inhale, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, come back into downward dog. Inhale, roll forwards to plank. Exhale, come all the way onto your belly by bending the elbows. With your inhale, legs are heavy like a mermaid's tail. Inhale to lift your chest. And exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, bring the right knee down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more rounds. Inhale, reach up. Open the chest. Exhale, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Step your right leg back, bring the knee down and inhale. Exhale, come back into downward dog. Flow forwards to plank, inhale. Exhale all the way down, bending the elbows in close to the rib cage. Inhale, press through the pubic bone, lift up, cobra. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, bring the left knee down, open the chest. Exhale, come forward into a fold in Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up, open the chest. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. 1 last round. Inhale, lift up, open the chest. Exhale, fold forwards, relax your belly. Step the left leg back, bring the knee down. Inhale, it's really important that you stay with the breath. Exhale, back into downward dog. High up onto the toes, roll forward to plank, breathe in. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale into cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, back into downward dog. Step the left foot forward, bring the right knee down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach and lengthen. Exhale, come back to center with the hands in Anjali Mudra. Now we're going to reach the arms up again. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back down onto the floor. Take a halfway lift, look forward. And then plant the hands down and walk back into a downward dog. Roll forwards to plank. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way down onto your belly. Bring the forearms down, Sphinx Asana. We're going to stay here for just a few breaths. So again, the legs are heavy and relaxed. The shoulders are above the elbows and the belly is really relaxed, and feel the relief of the floor and your breath giving the abdomen a nice massage. So really relax the belly here. Really relax the belly here. So a little bit more vigorous movement helps to move things around. It helps to ignite the Agni, to spark digestion again, to allow for the flow of digestive juices for any food that is residing in the gut that hasn't been properly digested. And we're going to come all the way down. We're going to extend the arms by the body, palms facing down. With your next inhale, lift the chest, the arms and the legs off the floor.
Keep reaching back and then bend your knees, catch your ankles, and press back towards your hands. So this is both Dhanurasana. And you can stay here. You could also stay in the previous variation if this seems too much. And you can go a little bit forward and back, just offering a little massage to the abdomen. And slowly come down. And take a moment to rest. Exhale from the mouth with a sigh. And again. So any tension that might be trapped in the belly, in the abdomen, let it go with your exhale. Let's come into bow one more time. So you can come into Shalabhasana and stay here, or bend the knees, catch the ankles or the tops of the feet, and open. Breathe. And come back down. And rest. And take pranama, forward prostration, where you relax your whole body on the ground. You can bring the forehead at the backs of your hands. So yoga is a therapeutic practice. It has been designed to keep all the systems of the body healthy: digestive, endocrine, cardiovascular, and of course musculoskeletal. There are always practices suitable for what we're going through, for every single body ailment. And let's bring the hands under the shoulders and come back into a child's pose. So sit back onto your heels, keep the knees together and come all the way down, forehead touching the ground and arms around your legs. And really relax here, doing nothing. Feel blood flushing back into the lower back. And really soften, really surrender. Allow for this gentle pressure of your legs towards the abdomen to release anything that feels like it doesn't belong there, whether that's an emotion, a thought, actual wind. Relaxed, calm breath. Through this practice, we can really influence what's going on within, in the organs, in the mind, in the emotional space. You can also become aware of maybe why you are feeling swollen and bloated. Is it that there was a conversation that wasn't resolved? Something that made you contract in your core? So the body and the mind and the emotions are just one. Different aspects of the same thing. Whatever is going on in the body, most of the time has to do with what is going on emotionally and mentally. And then it's a vicious circle. Because then if we don't feel well in our body, then it also impacts us mentally and emotionally. So then we come to the practice to really find
the opportunity to reset and see what is going on with curiosity. Now we're going to come up, so lift up, and we're going to bring the legs forward for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. And here's where you might want your props again. So you can flex the feet here, lift the crown up, reach for your toes or your ankles or your shins and fold forwards. And if you would like to stay with a little bit more support, you can bring your pillows under, especially if your nervous system needs this, and fold over your props. Or you can be in this more active place and fold fully. And don't worry if your legs are not straight, you can bend your knees again. We're just looking to fold in half and bring the chest closer to the thighs. So wherever you are, breathe. Five more breaths. With each exhale, allow gravity to have you sink deeper and further. And slowly we're going to start rising back up again. And we're going to come onto our backs. So plant the feet down, reach the arms forward, inhale. Exhale as you lengthen the tailbone towards the heels, bring the navel in towards the spine and roll down one vertebra at a time, all the way down. And once you come down, bring the knees in towards your chest. And then let's drop both legs to the left, keep the knees closer to the chest and extend the arms wide. And then again with each exhale, soften and allow gravity to pull you down. And just focus on your breathing. You just need to focus on your breathing. There's one thing that we want to establish here in this practice is to really bring the nervous system down, really come into parasympathetic. As a nutritional therapist, I've seen so many people in clinic. Most of the time the issue is bloating, and yes, oftentimes it has to do with dysbiosis and it has to do with intolerances, but the majority of the time is the mental state, is the emotional state, how we breathe, how we move in the day, if we're erratic, if we're in this state of being on our edge, in our edge most of the time. Not taking a moment to breathe, to feel, to be. Eating our food in front of screens. Having unresolved issues within relationships, difficult conversations. So let's start by noticing the breath and establishing a calming and nourishing breath so that the nervous system can come back to parasympathetic. Notice how the spiral shape of your spine allows for a better abdominal massage as you breathe. Let's switch sides, bring the knees in back into the chest, and then drop both legs to the right. And find a twist that really makes sense for you and that you enjoy. Maybe it's not legs together, maybe it's one leg straight and the other leg crossing over to the other side. So just finding the twist that really suits you, that really works for you. And letting the spine spiral. Let each exhale melt you further. Feel that abdominal massage. Maybe you can bring your hand onto your belly here and just give it a little rub. Feel your breath. Let's come back to the center. Neutralize the pelvis. Bring the knees in towards the chest and hug the knees in towards the chest. And maybe bring the nose towards your knees as well. And then slowly come back down. And place your feet down. Feet further apart. So we're going to offer our abdomen a little massage, knees together. So we're going to massage clockwise, and we're going to begin at the groin, slightly higher up, right inside of your right hip bone. So trace with your hands from the right side of the hip bone up towards your right side of your rib cage, and then go across over to the other side of your rib cage, and then all the way down back towards the inner side of your left hip bone and groin, and then circle down about 2-3 inches under the belly button, and then again. Let's find these circular motions here. And you can use some oil. So this is the hara. This is the energetic space where all our life force and creativity resides. There's a lot to be said about the hara, but it's a very important energetic center. And we know that because we know that when we are bloated, we can't function. We feel off. So relax your abdomen and really use your fingers to find any areas that feel, a bit more full and others that are less full, and really enjoy your own touch here as you begin to bring so much relief. And you can begin to make smaller circles and towards the belly button. And once you finish, and just place your hands onto your belly. Let's find a few belly breaths here. So inhaling towards your hands. Exhaling. Maybe affirm to yourself, I see you, I feel you, I'm here for you. I see you, I feel you, I'm here for you. It's okay. Feel the warmth from your palms. You can stay here for as long as you want to. And when you're ready, come up and take a moment. Have some water. And notice any changes within your body. Thanks for joining me. Have a lovely day.